Welcome to my life as an NPC. I am Carbon Scythe. Today is Valentine's Day 2023 and we are playing Find Love or Die Trying. This is the 8th episode in the series and I have in the last thing that we remember is that Scarlet was in our dreams and memories. She tried to make me escape and I still think that I was trying to escape with Allie over here. Could be so that we are trying to escape with multiple girls throughout this gameplay, because here's the thing: we had our memories removed and altered at least, and Damien Black is the one behind the whole thing. Let's increase the light. There we go. And what I believe so far is that Damien Black is the one who caused the apocalypse of this world, and he captured me, the 5 girls here, and Cat, and the brothers 5 that used to be the brothers 6. And I honestly don't know if he has captured us as hostages and keeping us prisoner, or if he's actually saving us from the horrific world outside. Because he, for some reason, wants us to be happy, wants us to find love. So maybe he has some idea, and maybe he had a great idea in the beginning, but it got corrupted after some time. Well, I don't know, but we will find out, so let's get into it. I walked down the kitchen where the girls were having breakfast. So, how was the date? Yeah, tell us! Tara was furiously scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite nice. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Carbon and I. I hope you all enjoy it. They're amazing, Scarlet. Thanks for making it for us. Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbled, war of attrition is likely not an option. What are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. It wasn't just batter. Violet and I had knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. That's... You sure it was just baking together? I thought it was more than that. I charaded as if I was heartbroken. I gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in you. Hubba hubba. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Allie and I laughed and made finger guns at each other. I don't get it. That's because you're a good person, Yui. I think that what Allie is trying to say is that Violet and Carbon... Alice stuffed a cookie into Scarlet's mouth before she could finish her sentence. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometimes, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Allie. Ooh, teach me too. Why should Carbon have all the good stuff? We spend the rest of the morning fooling around in the kitchen. Right, this should be the third date, right? Unless I still have one more second date to do. Morning, Carbon. Let's kick off phase 3. Yeah, we're doing the third dates now. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon, and that's a promise. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 days, I can't help you there. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of the 3 girls you're dating now. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a third date with today. Ooh. I think we should end with Violet, because I really liked Violet. Let's get things over with Tara. She's the one I like the least, honestly. Man, if I had known you were going to spend all your days with Terra indoors, I would have just booked the mansion. But sometimes the best thing in life aren't the most expensive ones. Who knew? Just kidding. You ever seen a depressed person who owns an island? Go get her, Tiger. So what's we going to do on our third date? More gaming? I found Terra sleeping on the sofa in the games room. She looked so peaceful. Maybe I'll come back later. Zombies everywhere! She bolted up suddenly. Crazy dream? No kidding! I dreamed that we all got turned into zombies. Well, that is something that did happen on our first day here with my date with Scarlett. Luckily, there's no way that could ever happen. Did you go to bed late? Hell yeah, I spent all night working on the game. And I finished it too. Care to join me in testing it out? I added some new features I'd like you to try. Oh, she's blushing. She's been working on the dating aspect of the game. Sure, I'd love to. It looked like the same game I had played before. What am I looking for? You'll see. I started up the game. Moments later, I saw Terra's avatar run up to me. You made it just in time, the new event is about to start. What's the new event? As if on cue, giant robot pigeons flew from the sky and started to attack our avatars. God damn, she's so crazy about pigeons. And mechas. Ah! Ooh. Yeah, I mean, she wants us to fight the pigeons. It's not gonna be fun if we run away from it, is it? I ran towards the pigeons, preparing for the fight of a lifetime. Don't worry, I gotcha. Terra pulled out a giant can of pigeon repellent and started blasting away. Right. Whoa, I think something bugged. It's not working at all. Guess I gotta fix that. While Terra was laughing at her own mistake, I was being lifted into the sky by the pigeons. I think I'm screwed. Where are these pigeons taking me? I tried to move my avatar, but there was no way to resist the death grip of the robo-pigeon. Don't worry, they're about to fly into the territory of the maple syrup dragon. The what? Uh-oh. The screen lit up with a blast of flying maple syrup. I never thought I'd ever say something like that, but here we are. The maple syrup slammed into the pigeons and forcefully stuck their wings together. As a consequence, they started to fall to the ground at a breakneck speed. Ah! Save me! I hadn't saved yet! Ah! I know I forgot something. I forgot to add the ability to save. I'll have to write that down. As Terra took notes, I rapidly fell to my doom. I'm happy for you, but if you could just for a minute. My avatar smiked into the ground, pigeon first, and instantly died on impact. Oh man, I had so much fun. Is there at least a respawn mechanic? I never died before in this game. Of course! Just hit the retry button. I pressed the button and watched the world around me reset to the village, sans the giant beasts of death. Not sure what that means, sans the giant beasts of death. He said now the village seemed 10 times bigger than before. Did you turn me into a pigeon this time? Wait, when did the village get so big? And then it dawned on me. Wait, it's not the village that got big. I got small! I took a more careful look at my avatar. I was a pigeon again. I sighed deeply. At the same time, Terra was giggling like a child. We spent a few more hours testing out the rest of the game's new features. Thankfully, there were no more pigeon Easter eggs. There's one last thing I want to test out, if that's okay. Will it end with me getting turned into a pigeon? No. Just come with me. I followed her avatar to the cabin we shared in the woods. When we got there, she turned around and walked up to me and held out an item I've never seen before. She's proposing to me, goddamn. right outside of our cottage. She walked up to me and gave me an item called a ring of "You're pretty cool." What's this? Let me try to explain. I came onto this show with no idea what it was about. Personally, I thought it was stupid at first, but hanging out with you has been so much fun. I never really got to work on my hobbies with anybody till I met you. Honestly, I've never had someone to share all my crazy shit with, but you're different. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you're pretty cool. And I hope we can keep doing this, even after the show is over. I'd love to, or sounds like a plan. There's no way to deny her, because I am not feeling the same. I'm not feeling this. That sucks. She's honestly the only one I'm not feeling any connection to. Sounds like a plan, I believe. Because I kind of want to let her down. I mean, I don't want to actually... She's not the one I want to marry. Sounds like a plan, Tara. I got to say, you got me caught off with this. Why is that? You giving this ring to me? Well, it could be a little misleading. You're not making any sense. We left together, then walked back to the mansion with a spring in our step. We played the day away without a care in the world. Well, that's enough gaming for today. You're up for a movie date? Sure. What do you want to watch? It's a Hitchcock film. I've always wanted to see it. Birds. What's it called? The Birds. That movie is kind of absolutely evil. There's a scene in it. I haven't seen the movie myself, but the actor that's being attacked by birds actually have some kind of bird phobia, and they tied like 100 birds to her jacket so that they couldn't escape her. They just kept on flying towards her, and she having this phobia means that she was terrified during shooting. So yeah, an actually evil movie. I felt a blood vessel in my head pop. This woman is bad for my heart. But she never fails to put a smile on my face. And just like that, that's my last day with Tara. Time sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why's that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought, is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? How do you know? Lucky guess. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your day with Tara today? It was alright. As I said, I'm not feeling it. It was alright. Not the way I wanted it to go. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I won't pry. I guess 3 days wasn't enough to see if someone's marriage material after all. Who knew? Anyway, I'd ask if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. You're going to stay out here for long? No, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Cat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious, Cat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed. That there was no way of me getting out of here alive. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. Would you let me escape? Of course, Carbon. Thanks, Cat. That means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. That is absolutely dangerous. You're assuming that you can trust her, even though she's the one who put the helmet on. Well, we don't know that. But still. I'm lucky. I have someone I can trust on my side. Not so certain about that. I woke up on the floor of the games room. Why? Tara was sleeping on the sofa, with one hand still on her game console. We had spent all night playing games and watching movies, like it was our own little sleepover. Baiting zombies everywhere! Ah! And then she was up. Let's hope this insane show never gets to the point where Tara dreams make sense. Oh man, my head is pounding, but I got no regrets. Me neither. We got to do this again sometime soon, Carbon. You bet. Is it time for you to go on a date with somebody else now? Yeah, that's just how it is. Alright, have fun. Save some time for gaming with me later, okay? Sounds like a plan. Awesome. Morning, Carbon. You'll be happy to know that your third date with Tara yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us some more room to keep going. Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure you pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Oh, in that case I should go with Violet. Though at this point I think you're a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, which soulmate candidate is it going to be? So with that said, I'm going to go with Violet. And go out on a slow note? A soft note with Yui. Violet. You didn't let me down, Carbon. I had my doubts with Violet at first, but now I can see why she's the audience favorite. Don't mess it up. Wouldn't dream of it. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Hot! I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain. Damn, that was delicious. Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, Carbon. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow, with my arms behind my back, and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure is all mine, milady. Stop you. I wolfed down another cookie. Hell yeah. You do know those are for sharing it with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. Ah, that reminds me. Carbon. What's up, Violet? It's come to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date. The kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. And then we can watch the sunset go down together, and it'd be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile. Damn. Really? You got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. I mean, neither can I. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess it'll be touch and go. It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Oh, look at that! Yum. Let's see. But I can't identify anything except that this seems to be some kind of omelette. This is that fermented bean thing, I guess. And a salad and a sandwich. We walked outside for a while, then settled out on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. The way her silver hair caught the sunlight was enough to make you believe in angels. She was so beautiful. Dig in. I brought the plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I gotta be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mocked pout. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food is delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You made this week so special. I felt the same way, Carbon. And there is some more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I got something prepared for just the two of us next. You owe me one, Carbon. We enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. Okay, so we've been talking to Kat to get this date even better. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. Terra's pretty territorial about this room, from what I've seen and heard. But right now, it's our own very own private movie theater. And they little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped as if I had just put on a performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow, then took a look at what the movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. I'll put on a rom-com. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favorite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet, with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York. To a place called New York. Oy. Yeah, we've had an apocalyptic event if they don't have New York in this world anymore. To become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced for the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life! Then how about we take a scene you like from the movie and turn it into a painting? Oh my gosh, you didn't. Just wait for right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find the art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the stitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4. Set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat! Oh man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I think I'll paint a picture of Violet and I watching a movie together, a scene from the movie. Ooh. I think this one is better, even if it's gonna look like crap. I wonder if we get to see the picture, but it's gonna look like crap either way. Violet and I are watching the movie together. This counts, right? What are you painting, Carbon? I'm painting a picture of us, watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know? It'd be a shame not to capture it. You're quite a flirt, you know that? I like that about you. Your smile could melt the coldest heart. So which scene are you painting, Violet? I didn't know we had to paint it was supposed to be a scene from the movie. How did I miss that? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, Let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. We're back here. I don't like this place, but because this is where we got our memories erased. I don't like it. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went to on our first date, so we did. Apparently, she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then, and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm, almost literally. Almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world, and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then finally, we went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company and warmth and silence. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present and future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Carbon, if you asked me to marry you, right now, without a doubt, I'd accept. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had, and what came next was a perfect ending to our lovely date. Come closer. And it fades to black, After my date with... something happened there on the beach. After my date with Violet, I waited around outside till the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already had enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Kat was at a table writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey Kat, what's up? Oh, hey Carbon, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You look just like someone who just realized I was dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5 is dead meat. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets 2 was working on. 2 is dead meat. Being an accountant was really never in the cards for them, despite what they say. Sit down. I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Are we gonna look into more books? Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. So, how did today's date with Violet go? Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Being with Violet makes me feel like we're on top of the world. Somehow, she takes my breath away with how cool she can be, and at the same, make me laugh like a child alongside her. I had no idea that I'd fall so hard after our first meeting, but I couldn't help myself. Yeah, I do agree with that, because the whole thing was that I feared that she was prim and proper and could not relax 1 second, that she would be the typical tsundere character. But no, she's actually really relaxed and just want to enjoy life, but wasn't allowed to previously. Something like that. And now, what I want most is to make her the happiest woman in the world. Now that's what I like to hear. I had my doubts at first, but you two really stole the show. And with good reason. I feel like our viewers got to see a glimpse of what your lives together would be like. Maybe the mess in the kitchen won't be from the dough next time. No comment. No comment. Anyway, you've done great still now. I don't know if what you said to each of the girls really are true, but don't stop now. You just have to go through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like. Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and the last day are the highest. I'm sure it's going to be fine, don't worry. I made it this far, nothing's going to stop me from making it to the end. I hope so, for your sake, Carbon. So, when I'm out of here, what are you going to do? Are you going to move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now, you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in this crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Carbon. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's going to be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out one by one, ready to take their bows. Okay. We're at a theater. Or maybe this is the end of the show. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you, and only you. That is strange. We have been at the end of the game show before, apparently. And somehow that is still not enough to let me get out of here. That is bad. Not good at all. But we will take that in the next episode, because this is where I will be cutting off for today. You can see the next episode right now, because all of the episodes are being uploaded today on Valentine's Day, and I will see you there. Good night, everyone, because it is 11 p.m. now that I'm recording this. And remember, just because you're not the main character doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.